A long time ago, far, far away from here, in Wales. There was, at that time, a nobleman, quite high up nobleman of a part of Wales, and his name was Tegid the Bald. I assume he loved his parents. And Tegid the Bald had a fine, handsome son, Morvran. Good lad. Well cultured, good looking, dull as ditch water. Not in the story. He had a daughter, Craighew, I think. Beautiful, delightful, great conversation. Not in the story. His third child, another son, Afagdhu. And Afagdhu was ugly! Oh, he was so ugly. Oh, God, fugly. When he went to the farmyard, the pigs ran out. He had a face that only a mother could love. She had trouble. Her name was Caridwen. And she, looking at her son one day, thought, oh, fuck. They're never going to let him into court. He's never going to be accepted in society. Looking like that. I must help him. So she looked in the books, and she learnt, and she read, and she realised the way to help him was to brew him a potion, a magical potion, that would give him science, and art, and knowledge. The brewing of this potion would take a year and a day, during which time, once the cauldron that contained the potion had been set boiling, it must not be let off the boil for the year and a day. She found an appropriate cave, an appropriate cauldron, got the brew going, found a nobleman's son from nearby to stir the potion and keep it moving. A little lad called Gwion Bach. She also set the blind man, Morva, to stoke the fire and keep the boil rolling. The two of them worked away night and day, while Caridwen checked the motions of the planets and went out each day searching for new herbs, new spells to add to the brew. Time passed and the cauldron boiled, till one day when the year was nearly spent, then on that day as Gwion Bach stirred the cauldron, 3 drops leapt out of the cauldron and landed upon his finger. Ah! They were still boiling. Ah! He shoved them in his mouth. But you see, these 3 drops contained all the distilled knowledge and science and art, all the magic, all the goodness from the brew. Oh! They all went into Gwion Bach. Wow, I know stuff. Stuff I never knew before. That's what 7 9s are. Ooh, I know where the clitoris is. Spring. Great, I know. Oh. can see into the future. Oh, fuck, I'm in trouble. Wheelback left the cave. The 3 magical drops having left the cauldron, all that remained within it was poison, so deleterious that it broke the steel. The water gushed out, the foul poison spilt out of the cave, rushed down the hillside into the stream. Said it was poison. Where God-nosed horses drank of it. And killed every last one of them. Oh. Ever since the stream has been known as the poison of God-nosed horses. Because that's how you name things in Wales. Ceridwen returned, saw the cauldron broken, the fire extinguished. Morva just trying to put a log on the remains of it. What have you done, man? You've stolen my magic! She grabbed the billet out of his hand and smacked him on the head. Poof! So hard that one of his eyes popped out and fell on his cheek. He wasn't using it. He said, "You do me wrong, madam. It was not I that stole your magic." She said, "Oh, yeah, of course. Bring on back. Sorry about that, mate. Just, I'll just, ooh, it's slimy. Do it yourself." She rushed out. There was Gwion back, legging it across the field. He looked back. He saw her. She saw him. He thought, oh, turned himself into a hare. She, having magic of her own, turned herself into a hound. She pursued him. Across the field, she got past him, turned him towards the river. He ran towards the hares don't swim very well. He suddenly found himself leaping out over the waters. He became a fish. Down he fell into the water and he swam. But she, leaping in behind him, became an otter and pursued him through the liquid, gaining on him, getting closer and closer, reaching out for his fins. He knew the game was up. He headed for the surface, broke the water and became a bird of the air, flew out upon the air. She became a hawk, pursued him in the air, harried him, gave him no peace. And knowing that the end was nearly nigh, he looked about, and looking down he saw beneath him a pile of wheat. And into this he plummeted and fell, becoming a grain of wheat. And there he lay amongst the grains of wheat. But Ceridwen became a hen, and began to scratch and peck amongst the wheat. And with her magic she found that one grain that was Gwion back, and swallowed him. Down he went, down inside her, down deep, down into her womb. Because that's what happens when you swallow things.
Explains so much.
And there Gwion Bach's seed took root, the seed that was Gwion Bach. This is the story she tells anyway. And Ceridwen went big with child, and when 9 months were done, the child was born. That's how it happens, isn't it? So, the child was born. Well, now she had him at her mercy, but though she still hated Gwion Bach as the flesh of her own body, she couldn't bring herself to destroy him out of hand. So she stuck him in a leather bag, did it up, and threw him in the ocean. But this child that she had given birth to still contained all the magic and all the knowledge. It was given by those 3 magical drops. And within the day, he would be reciting poetry, for he had become the great and famous bard Taliesin. But that was his last transformation, so we have to leave his story there and leave him bobbing about in his leather bag in the Irish Sea. And, I mean, maybe in a couple of years' time I'll do a theme that revisit, and we can pick him up. You know he's going to be all right. No need to worry.